Hi guys, so today's video is going to be me trying the brand Dose of Colours out for the first time. I placed this order a few months ago now, like at the start of June, I think. Anyway, and it came like really, like it took ages to get here. It took like a month, maybe even 2 months actually. I think I got it. I feel like, yeah, I got it at the start of June and I didn't get it till the end of July. So it took its time. You know, international shipping isn't always amazing, and especially at the moment everything's so difficult. So I'm glad it's here. I'm lucky it even got here, to be honest with you. Yay! So this is what we'll be doing today. Anyway, I've already done my brows, as you can tell, because I didn't buy every product for my face. I just bought a few different things. Like I bought foundation, concealer, lip products, an eyeliner, and also an eyeshadow palette. So I will just do my makeup with these things, and I will just off camera do everything else that isn't in here, but I'll let you know what I'm doing as it's happening. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? So the first thing that I will be using today will be the foundation. I got the Dose of Colours Meet Your Hue medium to full coverage foundation in the shade 102 Fair. So hopefully this matches me. So this is what it looks like. It does look incredibly pale, so we'll see how we go. It does have frosted glass though, so that could be why it looks so light. I'm just gonna pop this straight onto my brush. Oh, you know what? Oh, I feel like this could be okay. Let's see how we go. So, as you have probably guessed, that is quite a light shade for me. I feel like I've just made myself look like even more of a ghost than I usually do. I feel like I match my neck though, whereas my face usually is a fair bit darker. But that's okay. In the future I'll just have to blend it with my other foundations. I'm practically glowing in this light too, so that doesn't help. This is definitely not going to be a summer foundation for me unless I mix it in. I look so pale, or like I have to bronze a lot for this, but I feel like it looks pretty nice. I feel like it's quite a matte foundation. I feel like it definitely looks nice. So far it hasn't really sunk into any of my lines. It is sitting a bit funny around this spot here though. I don't think I'm used to being this pale. I'm always used to my foundations making me look a lot more lifelike. I want to put a second layer on, but I'm afraid that I will look like a sheet of paper. But I feel like I should, just to see how it builds up. So I'm going to put a second layer on. I'll do it off camera and I'll be back to show you how it looks. So there we have 2 layers. I accidentally kept going over my bloody brows with foundation, so they've faded at the end there, but oh well, that'll do. I do look incredibly pale. I feel like it matches my neck really well. I'm just not used to being this light on my face. I feel like I usually go slightly too dark for me, so this is like a bit shocking. I feel like I look sick, especially considering I got foundation all over my lips. I feel like it has pretty decent coverage. I've recently gotten into more dewy foundations though, so I feel like this is a bit matte for my liking, but it does look nice. I think in the future, if I use it, I'll only use 1 pump because I just feel like it gets a bit cakey, especially around my mouth, and like I've got like this pimple that's going down there and it just seems to have like stuck a bit to it, which just looks a bit dry. But apart from that, it seems okay. I also got the concealer and I'm pretty sure I got it slightly lighter than this, so I'm horrified to find out how pale it is. But let's see, shall we? So it is the Dose of Colours Meet Your Hues concealer in the shade Fair 04. Oh god. I actually think this looks a bit darker than the foundation. Sorry, it's gone yellow because it's so pale. Yeah, it looks a bit darker. You know what, this is 02 and this is 04. Of course this is going to be darker. Oh well. Ooh, that's actually a really nice colour. Yep, definitely darker. It's not going to work the best for blurring. I feel like this is the colour that I usually go for my skin tone, so let's see how we go with this one. I think, to be honest with you, I've heard really good things about this concealer more so than I've heard about the foundation. So I think I care more if this matches me than the foundation, but obviously the foundation was more expensive, so hopefully I can get them both to work somehow. I think I'm just going to have to mix them with different things and maybe not use them together in future, because right now I am currently shading in the area that I'm supposed to highlight. I did a second layer of the concealer as well. I actually think that has really quite good coverage. I'm just worried again that I feel like it's quite dry under my eyes. I feel like concealer always sits a bit funny until I set it with setting spray. I feel like that always makes it look less like papery, but when I put it on, I definitely feel like it's kind of just sitting in all like the little lines and cracks of my under eyes. But I felt like that with every new concealer that I've gotten recently, and then once I've set it with setting spray, it looks fine. So let's hope that happens today. I'm just gonna go off camera and do my setting powder, bronzer, blush and highlighter, and then I'll be back to do my eyes. So I'll be back in a moment. There we go. So that is all done now. All my products applied really well over the foundation. I used a cream blush as well and then a powder blush on top, and there wasn't any skipping or anything like that. But anyway, time for eyes. I did actually prime my eyes just before as well, so I did that off camera. The palette that I got is the ILUVSARAHI and Dose of Colors palette. It's really little. I didn't realize it was going to be this small, but I don't mind. I got like everything I bought was on sale. That's why I bought it. Sales are my weakness. I think I've told you all that before. This palette is adorable. See? And it's got these gorgeous colours in it. I'm always drawn to like aqua sorts of colours. I probably should have done my eyes first, to be honest with you, just because there's like a lot of glitter in this, so I feel like there could be a lot of fallout. But we'll see what happens. So I'm going to grab a fluffy crease brush and go into the shade here. Do they have any shade names? They have shade names on the back, but I'm not quite sure which way it lines up. Like if it's like that shade is for the one that's directly through here, or if it's more like that is how it looks this way. So I'm just going to point at the colours. So I'm going to go into this one and just pop this in my crease. With a small crease brush, I'm just going to go into this darker brown shade and just focus this on my outer corners and blend it a little bit into my crease. Wow, that is pigmented. Next, I'm just going to take a fluffy detailed brush and go into this light brown shade and run that along my lower lash line. Sort of messily, to be honest with you, just on both sides. And I'll go in with the same brush just in the darker shade and just run this a bit less messy along the lower lash line outer corner. So we have a very red sort of reddy brown look right now, but something about this is just screaming at me. So with my finger, this could be a massive mistake, but this is what I'm thinking. So I'm just gonna pop this on with my finger just over the majority of my lid. So this is what we've got so far. It looks a bit insane, but this glitter is absolutely amazing. Like, it's so pigmented. It's just a stunning color, really. Next, I am going to take a thin pencil brush and go into this gold shade here and run that along my lower lash line. Now, with a even smaller like pencil brush, this one's actually quite square, I'm going to go into this black sparkly shade and stamp that along very tightly to the outer part of my lower lash line. Okay, now I have fallout everywhere. Great. So now what I think I'm going to do is go in with a pretty small fluffy brush into this dark shade and just really deepen up the outer corners with it, just right in the outer corners. So this is what we've got. I accidentally went a little bit darker than I meant to, so I kind of tried to blend it out a bit more with my crease colour, but I think it looks pretty good. I want to just do a little bit of liner just along my lash line, just with this thin brush and the black again. So I'll just quickly stamp that along here. I will say with these eyeshadows, the glitters, like, they all look amazing and they go on really well, but the glitter is giving me a lot of fallout, especially when I'm doing stuff with smaller brushes close to my lash lines. But it does look stunning. I think it might be a bit better in future for me to wet my brush first before I go in to do like small detailed areas, or even just wet my brush to go in with the glitters. I did notice as well it has transferred throughout my crease, which isn't hideous, it's just a lot more than I thought it would be. And now I am just going to highlight my inner corners with the lighter shade here and this tiny little fluffy brush. Very glittery. I feel like this always happens whenever I use glitter. Okay, so I think I'm done with that. I think this is a pretty different look for me. I wanted to do something a bit out of the box. So it's not super out of the box, but it's kind of out of the box for me, especially that the lower lash line and the lid don't match. It is a lot as well with how much glitter is on my eyelids, but I actually really like it. It's fun. It's very metallic. Anyway, so the eyeliner that I'm going to use is the new Dress of Colours ones that I bought. I bought one in the shade Loyal. So this is a brown shade, and usually if I were doing this sort of look, I would probably go for a blue eyeliner, or maybe black. But considering I only bought this one eyeliner, this is the one that I'm going to use because I want to test it out for you today. So here we go. I feel like twist top eyeliners always take, is this twist top? I don't want to break it. Take ages to come up the first time. I was twisting the wrong end. I was twisting the pencil sharpener end. Whoops, you're supposed to twist it from the tip right up here, not the base. Pro tip for anyone who purchases these in the future. I'm just going to tightline and waterline with this. I actually really like that. It went on really easily. It feels really good at the moment as well. I didn't have to push hard at all. And yeah, really good eyeliner. I'm just going to do my mascara and setting spray off camera, and I'll come back to test out my final products, which are lip products. So I will be back in a second. Okay, so I got 2 lip liners. One in the shade Delight, which is a pinky nude, and the other in the shade Overdrawn, which is a nude, if you will. And then I got one liquid lipstick, and it is one of the limited edition Minnie Mouse ones, which I'm super excited about. This one is called Bow-tiful. Super cute, love it. And it actually has this really cute packaging. I think red with Minnie Mouse on it. So cute. I love that. And I also got this, which I'm pretty sure was from their Christmas stuff last year. So this is their Glossy Wonderlust set, and it is a mini lip gloss set. So you can see I've got a few different nude colours in here. So I think what I'm gonna do is go in with the shade Overdrawn in the lip pencil, and then I'll obviously use one of the lip glosses and the liquid lip. Let's do this. Ooh, it looks exactly like the eyeliners, except this is more like a frosted finish. I don't know if that's what I call it, but this is like more shiny. So the eyeliners are a bit more shiny, and you can see all my fingerprints in it. I like that they have a way you can tell them apart. Remember. Tip. Well, actually, this is pinker than I expected it to be, but I really like that. I quite like that. It feels a little bit tacky, which I don't think is a bad thing. I feel like most lip liners that I have feel really creamy, but I think this is meant to be quite a long-lasting lip liner as well, and I feel like the other ones that I have aren't as good quality. So we shall see, but I really like that colour. Now let's chuck on Bow-tiful and see how we go. Okay, so this is a lot nuder than I expected, but it still looks really cute. It looks quite nude in person, but I remember on the website I thought it was a bit pinker than this. It's like a very warm, very light nude. It's a liquid matte lipstick, so I'll give it a moment to dry down and see how it gets, if it's like too dry, because sometimes they can get really dry and that's uncomfortable. That is all dry now. It feels a little bit tacky, but it doesn't feel dry at all or irritating on my lips. I quite like it so far. I'm not sure what lip gloss I want to go with. I'm thinking this one because it's quite nude, but I think this one might be a bit too orange, and this one's a bit slightly more pink, so it might neutralize it a bit because this is quite a like orangey pink. So I'm gonna go in with this one, which is the shade Angel. Let's see how we go. Oh, it's tiny. So cute. I don't think they're really scented. Maybe slightly like vanilla-y. I definitely had to go in a few times there to get like a fair amount of gloss. It's not tacky at all, like it doesn't feel sticky. It feels really nice, really like almost like a lip oil. It feels really soft and like nourished. I'm not sure if this was the perfect colour for me to go in on my lips, but these are the colours that I went with, so. Oh. I have had something in my teeth this whole time. That's embarrassing. Okay, this does transfer straight onto your teeth. They kind of smell like cupcakes to me. I think that's vanilla usually. That is all the products I got. I actually really like them. Personally, I really liked the eyeliner and the lip liners. I think they were my favourite things. And the concealer, I think I really liked too. Like you can see now, after I've done my setting spray, setting spray, everything sits in so much better and it doesn't look really dry, I don't think. I still feel like it looks a bit cakey around my pimple, the foundation. But yeah, I think, God, I'm not good at lip gloss, I just get it everywhere. I definitely think that in the future I will only use one layer of that foundation, and I think I might even try mixing it in with other foundations that are like very dewy, because I don't like things that are too dewy, but I feel like this may be slightly too matte for me now. Like it does look really nice. Yeah, I don't know. I have to keep using it a bit more, and like it does match my neck, I feel, perfectly. It just felt so pale when it went on. But I definitely feel like the sort of colours that I usually wear, the concealer matched a bit better than my foundation. Oh, I did actually really like that eyeshadow palette as well. The only thing is I think maybe I should have wet the glitters with Fix Plus, or maybe even a glitter glue to stick it down just a bit better. But I don't know if it would have transferred anyway, because it would have taken it off the top. I think it still looks good. It just looks like a lot more dramatic because it goes up a lot higher. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about any of the products that I used or anything I did, just let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as possible, and hopefully I will see you soon. Today's video is going to be a did I say the shade? I'm not sure if I said the shade. Oh, I think I did. And I'll come back and I'm just gonna, well, I'll just show you what I got. Oh, I got fluff in it already. Maybe I should have wet, oh, Jesus.